Can I survive a full night shift hearing these absolutely chilling stories without losing my mind? If you're like many of us, you've probably had a job that required working at night. The isolation, the darkness, and those weird, unexplained noises can be unsettling. Imagine being alone in a dimly lit place where every creak of the floor or groan of the building makes you wonder if you're truly alone. For some people, these night shifts aren't just tedious, they can be downright terrifying. Night shifts often involve working when the rest of the world is asleep, and that can feel incredibly isolating. You're on your own, with only the shadows for company, and that sense of being completely alone can be unnerving. Even the most routine tasks can feel daunting when it's pitch black outside and everyone else is dreaming of sweet nothings. The darkness seems to amplify every little sound, making you question what's real and what's just your imagination playing tricks on you. The environment itself can be a significant factor in making night shifts feel so eerie. Hospitals, factories, and security jobs often require working through the night, and these places have an atmosphere that's hard to shake off. Corridors stretch out like ghostly fingers, the flickering fluorescent lights above casting an otherworldly glow. It's easy to get the feeling that you're being watched, that unblinking eyes are trained on you from the shadows. Add to that the tiredness and the stress of being awake when your body is screaming for sleep and you've got a recipe for a night that's more than just uncomfortable. It can be genuinely frightening. Your senses are dulled, but your imagination is running wild, conjuring up all sorts of scenarios that wouldn't occur to you during the day. There are stories out there, whispered among night shift workers, about things that go bump in the night, like the story of a nurse who swore she saw a figure darting around the corner of her hospital ward, only to vanish into thin air when she turned to look, or the security guard who heard footsteps on the rooftop, but when he investigated, there was no one there, no signs of forced entry, no footprints, nothing. Then there's the factory worker who claimed to have seen shadowy figures lurking just beyond the edge of the production line, always just out of reach. The most chilling part of these stories often comes down to a single moment, a look, a sound, a feeling of presence that can't be explained. For the nurse, it was the look in the patient's eyes, a cold, dead stare that seemed to bore into her soul. For the security guard, it was the sound of his own voice, echoing back at him when he called out to see if anyone was there. And for the factory worker, it was the feeling of being watched, of being surrounded by unseen eyes. These stories leave us with more questions than answers. What really happens during those long, dark hours? Are we truly alone? Or is there something else out there, lurking just beyond the edge of perception? If you've ever worked a night shift, you know how strange it can feel. It's like being in a different world, one that's full of shadows and surprises. So, how would you react if you found yourself in one of these situations? If you've got your own night shift horror stories, share them with us in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more spooky content. And if you're craving another fix of horror, check out our video on creepy abandoned places you won't believe exist.